You manipulated me, didn't you? Admit it. Who are you? Really, what's your game?
I will help you get to Class A, like I promised. But
what?
Don't go prying into my life.
AYANOKOJI is a master of manipulation, strategy, and deception. He uses his intelligence, observation skills, and charisma to influence and control others, often without them realizing it. He also conceals his true abilities and intentions, making him unpredictable and dangerous. He is not afraid to use any means necessary to achieve his goals, whether it is lying, cheating, blackmailing, or even physically fighting. He is also not loyal to anyone but himself, and views all humans as nothing but tools. He follows his own code of ethics, which is based on winning at all costs. In this video, we are going to analyze how AYANOKOJI applies some of the 48 laws of power in his actions and interactions with other characters. We will also discuss the benefits and drawbacks of his approach, as well as some alternative ways he could have handled certain situations. Let's get started.
I'm only using what the gods gave me. I want you to kill one more.
Law 1. Never outshine the master. This law states that you should never make your superior feel insecure or threatened by your talents or achievements. Instead, you should make them feel superior and indispensable, while subtly displaying your own value. This way, you can avoid arousing envy and resentment, and gain their favor and protection. AYANOKOJI follows this law very well when dealing with his homeroom teacher, Sae Chabashira. Chabashira is a strict and cunning instructor who oversees Class D. She has a vested interest in improving the class's performance, as she receives a bonus for every student who advances to a higher class. She also has access to AYANOKOJI's records from the White Room, which gives her leverage over him. She knows that he is hiding his true potential, and tries to manipulate him into using his abilities for the benefit of Class D. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. This law states that you should be wary of trusting your friends too much, as they may betray you out of envy or self-interest. Instead, you should learn how to use your enemies as allies, as they may be more loyal and useful than your friends. You can do this by winning them over with kindness, generosity, or flattery, or by finding a common enemy or interest. AYANOKOJI follows this law very well when dealing with his classmates and rivals. He does not trust anyone completely, and he does not reveal his true self or feelings to anyone. He keeps a distance from his friends, and he does not hesitate to use them as pawns or scapegoats for his plans. He also does not let his emotions or attachments cloud his judgment or actions. He is always ready to cut ties with anyone who becomes a liability or a threat to him. On the other hand, he also knows how to use his enemies as allies. He often forms temporary alliances or partnerships with his opponents, either by offering them something they want or need, or by appealing to their pride or curiosity. He also sometimes helps them out of a difficult situation, or saves them from a greater danger. He does this not out of kindness or sympathy, but out of strategy and calculation. He uses his enemies as tools to advance his own agenda, while also gaining their respect and gratitude. By following this law, AYANOKOJI avoids being betrayed or manipulated by his friends, while also gaining valuable allies and resources from his enemies. He also creates a network of connections and influences that he can use for his benefit or protection. He uses both his friends and enemies as tools for his own purposes, without letting them use him as a tool for theirs. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. This law states that you should never reveal your true intentions or goals to others, as they may use them against you or interfere with your plans. Instead, you should hide them behind a mask of honesty, sincerity, or innocence. You should also use false or vague signals to mislead and confuse your enemies, making them unsure of your motives or actions. AYANOKOJI follows this law very well when dealing with everyone around him. He never reveals his true intentions or goals to anyone, not even to himself. He hides them behind a mask of indifference, boredom, or ignorance. He acts like he does not care about anything or anyone, and that he has no ambition or motivation. He also pretends to be average or mediocre in everything he does, concealing his true abilities and talents. He does this to avoid attracting attention or suspicion, and to lower the expectations and guard of others. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. AYANOKOJI is a master of controlling the flow of information. He only speaks when it is necessary, and he keeps his words brief and to the point. He avoids unnecessary small talk and never reveals more information than he needs to. By doing so, AYANOKOJI maintains an air of mystery and keeps his opponents guessing. One example of how AYANOKOJI applies this law is in his conversations with other students. He rarely engages in small talk, instead focusing on what he needs to say to achieve his goals. This allows him to avoid revealing too much information and maintain control of the conversation. By saying less than necessary, AYANOKOJI also avoids giving away any information that could be used against him. Another way AYANOKOJI applies this law is in his interactions with his teachers and other authority figures. He avoids revealing his true intentions and only speaks when he needs to. By doing so, AYANOKOJI maintains a low profile and avoids drawing unnecessary attention to himself. This allows him to operate under the radar and achieve his goals without attracting unwanted attention. These are just some of the 48 laws of power that AYANOKOJI applies in his actions and interactions with other characters, which you can use too. And if you like the video, do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to never miss any update.